1968,
No.
and it's episode 68
No.
of TrustyHogs.
The year is 2023. 2023. Okay.
Happy January to all of you little hoggies. My name's Catherine Bohar.
And
this
she's
bitch is
Helen
Bauer. And we are doing a podcast where we talk about ourselves.
Why won't you try to do it nice and
I
light?
am. I'm genuinely
You're not
trying. I am
You're
jet lagged.
not. Hello, welcome to January 2023, episode 68. She's Helen Bauer. I'm Catherine Bohart. This is our podcast where, frankly, we pretend our lives are going better than they are, so that then you feel bad when we have to help you with your little problems. But ultimately, we're all in this shit together. Hello.
I'm thriving.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them, or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
Welcome to TrustyHogs!
Hi.
Right, what the
Welcome back.
fuck? No. What the fuck were you doing going to a football match yesterday? There is no sex that is good enough to make you stand in the cold in January for a football match, and then to have the audacity to say to all of us, me, Em, and Andrew this morning, I had the perfect day.
I had a perfect day. Can I tell you for why?
Okay, explain
Can I please
why.
say for why? First of all,
You had a hot water bottle on you.
No,
I'm so
yesterday
sorry.
was my accent is so bad. No, first of all, yesterday was the first day I got sun on my fucking face for what feels like 5 months. So it turned out that was good. Also, in essence, we were late for the football, so we rocked up. We were like 10 minutes late. We watched half an hour of football, which to me is just when it was women's football, just checking out lesbians. Yeah, both on and off the pitch. Very exciting.
That feels very derivative.
Then what?
I would just say that feels very derivative. I feel like we should be watching them for their sport and not their
Do you
boobies.
mean objectifying?
What's derivative then?
It means like you're like copying something from something else. Like if it's derivative, like your comedy is derivative from like somebody else, that would be you copying them. Do you know what I mean?
Not Amy Schumer.
No, I didn't want to say. And listen, I stopped at the end of the sentence and allowed you to fill in. And the thing is,
Okay, that feels very objectifying, Catherine.
yeah, for sure. And listen, I do it to the men as well.
Yeah, you do.
I really do. But then every lesbian I knew was there. I couldn't move for lesbians being there. Even the lesbians I didn't run into were messaging me, Chloe Pets, being like, we're here. Well, actually, Chloe Pets didn't message me. Olga Cock did. So, Chloe.
So what, like East London Lesbian Central?
East London Lesbian Central.
A ladies' football?
Obviously. And then I went straight to friend's house and played Articulate, and we won.
Okay, that's more of a Catherine Bow. I can see why that's the
You can
perfect
see
day,
why it
because there's
turned into
competition, there's a win, and there's words. Like,
Right?
Yeah.
It was like, check out hot lesbians, get a bit of sun on my face. Now let's do the real business of playing a proper sport, Articulate. Off we go. And it was joyful and joyous, and I had a lovely day.
That's a nice day, actually.
Yeah,
I just can't believe you
a
went to
wholesome
the football
Sunday.
and thrived.
I know, and also, like, can we talk about me having a Sunday that was wholesome and a day off, and I went to bed at like 10 p.m. and
No.
it was really lovely. There's no reason for me to be feeling as sad as I am, and yet here we find ourselves. Why is January kicking my ass?
I know this.
It's kicking my asshole.
It's right. Physically,
phrase?
it's kicking you in the asshole.
It's kicking my asshole.
There's
rectum
God's
bone.
foot's up your anus.
It won't stop kicking my
Yeah.
butthole.
The toe's stuck.
It's
you
in
know?
me.
Yeah, it's in
there's
me.
January's toes in my rectum.
Why is my poo not coming out?
Get
Oh no,
out
it's
of there,
coming out my
January.
mouth.
It's January. January's blocking the way.
Right, you are
Listen.
lacking in vitamins very significantly because you haven't received. And I know you got like 30 minutes of sunlight on your face or whatever. It's not the same. It's so important to have sunlight. I would recommend a blood test. And I love that I'm in control of this because I've had so many mental breakdowns around this time of year that I've only figured it out like 3 years ago.
Question?
Go for it.
Can you just ask for a blood test?
You can if you're like significantly struggling with your mental health in January, which no doctor, but you in a bad way, girl. Catherine sad. And I usually arrive crying. And Catherine was like, no. And I was like, look who's in a miserable mood.
I tried to do that thing where I was like, can we not talk about me? But that's so unusual for me that everyone was like, what? And then I was like,
Also, my first instinct was to sing I Just Can't Wait to Be King from The Lion King to cheer you up. And you just started a conversation with them.
I did.
It was quite cold, actually.
Yeah, no, I can still be with it.
You can get a blood test when you're like really struggling with your mental health, and often they find that you're like significantly lacking in a vitamin. And you know the vitamin D supplements, the ones you can buy off the shelf, they're good, but they are like 20,000 unit pills, which are like makes such a difference.
Oh, really?
If your brain, and it's just like a quick prescription. You can also get a spray that goes straight into your bloodstream, which is fucking sick.
Okay,
and I find that
nice.
makes such a difference.
Is a spray prescription as well?
No, I don't know. Holland and Barrett, bitch.
Okay, can we go there after?
Yeah, we can go there afterwards.
Okay, but anyway, I'm fine. And you went to
In
the
fact,
actual...
if Andrew cared about us, he'd probably go now.
Well,
wow, that's quite.
Andrew, you go to Oxford Street and buy Helen and Catherine vitamins.
Oxford Street.
Yeah, because Catherine's very sad. Look at the state of her.
Helen.
Look at the state of her. Look at
Her
her.
hair is gorgeous today.
I can
I
smell
haven't
her
washed
from
it
here.
in like 9
She's
days,
minging. She's in a
Andrew.
bad way.
hey,
That's 9 days.
yeah,
Good
my
for
hair
you.
really does look
Yeah.
like fire when it's dirty. Hey, here's the thing. I think Andrew does a job when we're doing the podcast. Like, I think he does actually.
What's sitting there pressing his buttons?
Yeah, well, you don't put it like that. Gross.
I can mute your mic.
No, not again.
So, okay, so you went to the source and got some vitamin D.
So I
because-
thrived.
And I don't mean you got fucked. I mean you went to Florida.
Florida!
How was it? How was it?
Oh, it was everything in the entire world. It is
Wait,
the
hang
most.
on. Florida.
Do you get it? I know. The artist Flow Rider's from Florida. Flow Rider. I know. I remember when I first found this out. It was about 10 years ago.
What?
Wow. How derivative of you.
No, still no.
No, because you're copying me not knowing 10 years ago. No?
Kind of real stretch. Okay.
Bless you.
Wow. Oh wow.
But he weren't there. Or not that I saw. Okay? So.
Sorry. Okay, I'm back with you. That's fun. We're always learning. We're always learning.
I went to Florida and then I went to Nashville. No, I did not see Brianna De Jesus from Teen Mum in Florida, and no, I did not see Macy Bookout from Teen Mum OG in Tennessee.
That's a
But
shame.
they don't just wander around.
It'd be hard to recognise Macy now. She's like really changed it up, hasn't she?
Absolutely not. You could totally recognise her
The
by her
ginger?
husband Taylor or Bentley, or her other kids Jade and Maverick.
Wait, which husband is which? She doesn't have two husbands.
No, Taylor.
Okay, what about Ben? Who's Bentley the son?
Her son with
Who is-
Ryan.
Ryan. I was trying to figure out Ryan's name.
You are
Thank
not a Teen Mum OG fan, baby.
I did way better there than anybody expected. Behave yourself. Come on.
Okay. I went to the Magical Kingdom, to Epcot, to Disney's Animal Kingdom, otherwise known as DAC to the kids in the know. What's up? And I also went to Hollywood Studios, and then I went to Nashville, and then we came back to Florida, and we had one night to fill, and we stayed in somewhere. When we arrived, there was water all over the floor and a bloody rag. And I went, you know what? We stay, because I've seen the Florida Project.
What?
And it's good to see both sides of the
No!
state. I was enchanted. We went to Walgreens and we got khakis for dinner, and Gwyneth locked the door twice, and I was like, I'm thriving. Okay.
Takis the crisps
Yes.
for dinner.
Yes. Yeah.
what
They
are
were muy
Takis?
fuego
Like tacos.
Spicy and sweet and
crisps.
they're all kind of round crisps.
Yeah, Gwyneth didn't like it.
Why would you stay in a place that's flooded with?
Because I was
blood on the floor?
enchanted. I was enchanted.
You
I
were
was
hoping
en-
something bad would happen to you, so you'd have a story.
Well, we.
You were
I literally said to
You were
Gwyneth,
trash.
I was like, Catherine would not let me stay here.
You're trash. That is comedian 101. It's like, I don't have a boyfriend and I haven't had a recent trauma, so I'm going to say we stay in case somebody tries to be mean to me, and then that's an entire Edinburgh premise. Let's go.
Well, Gwyneth had booked it, and it was called Monumental Movie Land, and I was like, that sounds monumental. So, like, let's do it. And she was like, I don't know why, it's like half the price of everywhere else. And I was like, I don't know either, but maybe you just found a bargain. And then we arrived, and it's like, oh, I know.
It's dog shit.
Oh, I know why this is
Whoa,
not good.
heavy lean on the men.
But let me tell you everything. Okay. We arrive in Disney World.
Okay. Oh, that wasn't you telling me everything?
No.
Okay, we're getting into it.
We arrived at Disney World.
Right. What
First
date?
day. On the 5th of January,
Right, okay.
flew in.
Right.
The morning of the 6th, I booked us into a Winnie the Pooh breakfast buffet at Crystal Palace at 8:30 a.m. charming. Okay.
8:30 a.m.
Yes, well, it's good to get in early for breakfast because then you get more time with the characters.
Is everything honey themed?
No.
What?
What do you mean honey themed? Oh, like Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. No, that's his food. We mustn't eat it.
Right, okay.
Yes.
Oh, fair enough.
Had a coffee from a woman who'd worked there for 26 years, and boy, did she look every 26 of those 26 years.
Oh my
like
God.
she'd worked there.
Wow.
I met all the Winnie the Pooh characters.
Wasn't there a Disney workers' strike just after you left?
Why do you keep saying workers' strike?
But wasn't there? Andrew, could you please Google that? Disney work.
No, they were very happy.
No, it's awful working distance. The pay is really low in Disneyland.
No, I don't think so. They were loving it.
Disneyland is not how you say
World.
it.
It's Disney World. Disney World, it's different.
Disneyland.
The workers all get treated really
Disney
well.
World. Sorry. Okay, so go on.
I went on every ride. The only downside of Disney World is I could not meet a princess and it go well. Like, I'm putting it out there. Belle's a fucking bitch.
No, I'm sorry. Gwyneth filmed this and it was on your Instagram.
Yeah.
And it seemed like you were the problem.
I went in to hug her and she went,
Yeah, but
like I was going to hurt her. I understand she's a petite woman and I've got a bigger frame and it might seem threatening.
It's not just that, it's
but
that,
I
like,
was
you
so
pound
smiley.
over there with your like heavy flat feet. You breathe really heavily.
I've got a condition. I breathe through my mouth.
Yeah, and like your eyes need it too much. There's
They
hope
meet
and
kids
sexual
who are
arousal.
dying all the time.
Yeah, but those kids don't look at them like they're aroused. You looked aroused,
I
and
wasn't
like you might
aroused.
like steal them. It's like a kidnapper vibe.
I wasn't around.
You loom and you're obviously aroused when you go in there. You are. It's the only time. It's really weird. I don't like it, and I didn't like watching it actually. And I
Are
felt
you
like,
serious?
I felt like
you
you-
think that's on me?
I felt like you were the problem.
I was excited.
But that's also bad. Like you can't be that excited.
She shouldn't
As
have
an
shuddered
adult,
away from me. I
you're
paid my entrance. I deserve a cuddle.
in
I deserve a
Disney
cuddle.
World. Yeah, but I think even saying that, like no one normal's like walks into someone's workspace and says, "I deserve a cuddle."
I do it all the time. All the time.
Yeah, and people have asked you to stop going to their workplaces. I just think it's an intense vibe.
Okay, well then I met Sleeping Beauty, who was a fucking cunt.
What? Belle's a bitch and Sleeping Beauty's a cunt.
Here we go.
Sleeping Beauty's a victim. She's been absolutely harangued her whole
Well,
life
she
by
didn't
people.
want it. She shouldn't have put her finger on that needle. I'm sorry. I'm anti-princess. I'm anti-princess now. I like Tigger. I like Winnie the Pooh. I like Eeyore. I like Piglet. I like any character that you can't see their face. The princesses can go fuck themselves.
Helen, I mean-
Stuck up fucking bitches.
Do you not think that under the mask they've also given you the same faces?
No, they were enchanted by me. I could feel it. I could feel it. Right, Sleeping Beauty, I'd had a bad meet with the princess and I was like, this one's going to be different, right? So I really
She's had a lot of non-consensual touch. You coming in is not going to make her feel safe.
Fuck off!
I'm just saying. Sleeping Beauty's had a tough life, and then here comes you. Like,
You know what? I deserve a cuddle. All three of you have lost your gifties now because of Catherine's attitude. And it's a shame that as her friend I have to yell at her when she's in this mental health state. But you need to be fucking put in a corner. Oh, you look so cute though.
Thank you.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
You get your gift. I give you your
Thank
gift.
you.
Okay.
Sorry, Helen.
You're okay.
Don't feel well.
You don't feel well. Do you want your gift now?
No, come on.
Okay, so Sleeping Beauty, I was like saying to all these Americans in the queue, or Yankees, what's up, local culture? And I was like, oh, I really want to meet a princess and have it go well. So I met Sleeping Beauty and I was like, oh, I just really want to have a princess hug that doesn't feel like super awkward. And I was like, can we give it a go? And she went, we can try.
She is a bitch. Okay, I take it back.
We can try. You can fucking try harder. Try harder. I've flown a long way to be here. Cuddle me.
Did you say that?
No, you get it. They're so beautiful.
Did you say something about like how your mom didn't hug you enough or something?
No,
weird?
I don't think so.
Did your eyes?
I
say-
panicked.
You said it with your eyes though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's hard to meet a character whose face you can see and not freak out. Like, we should have practiced more before I went.
Yeah, actually, that's so fair.
It was easier when they were in a distance or in a parade and you could just be like, Pocahontas, you're amazing. But like, if I was face to face with her, I'd be like, I don't know what to say. It's like starstruck.
Sorry about the appropriation, maybe, or
What appropriate? Oh, in Pocahontas, right. I thought you meant Sleeping Beauty and I was like, come on, babe. Like, no, yeah, Pocahontas. Oh, she had an awful time of it.
yeah,
Awful,
no, for sure.
awful.
Famously
Yeah.
so. I'd...
Gravesend.
Hey,
Terrible
listen, I
stuff.
know the worst thing that can happen to a person is to have to go to Gravesend.
Are you ready for your gifty?
I think so, but wait a second. I have questions
About Nashville.
about the whole experience.
Okay, yes. Did Gwyneth enjoy it? Yes, I'm sick of people asking this.
Did
she loved
she?
it. Okay. We were getting like daily messages from Sunil being like, how's Gwyneth doing? Is Gwyneth okay? I will say this. Gwyneth put a brave face on it. On the early morning, get up at 8 a.m, you're in the park until close, 4 days in a row. Like, she lost the use of her feet by the end of it.
What was your step count every day?
About 28,000.
Holy shitballs. Here's my second question, apart from Miss Gwyneth, okay. What's the best thing you ate?
In Disney?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, there were these cheeseburger spring rolls that were like literally incredible.
Wait a second, I'm going to need you to go back.
So they have spring rolls that have cheeseburgers inside of them, cheeseburger spring rolls, and it tastes like a McDonald's cheeseburger. And that was muy tasty. Muy tasty.
We would also like to apologise for the appropriation.
Muy, isn't that very?
I think
also the spring rolls, cheeseburger.
Oh, no, it's fusion. It's Asian fusion. Bless you. But yeah, I can see what you did there. Asian fusion food.
Third question. Thank you.
I had a Mickey waffle
It's not
with
colonialism, it's fusion.
Oh, the best.
Northern Ireland fusion.
I had a lot of snacks. I was really tripling down on them.
Okay, tell me.
I'd say best sweet thing I had was a Dole Whip float, which was like a rum, like pineapple juice drink with pineapple Dole Whip on top.
What's Dole Whip?
Like pineapple ice cream, but like very pineapple. It was incredible.
Okay, fuck, that sounds amazing.
I loved it.
Okay, that actually sounded really
And
good.
in the like African pavilion at Animal Kingdom, they had this like corn on the cob on a barbecue with spices all over it, and it'd been dipped in butter. It was life changing. I had that and then went on a safari.
That sounds phenomenal.
A group of zebras is called a dazzle. Any other questions? Please hit me
That
up.
doesn't feel true.
It's true.
A dazzle of
A dazzle
zebras.
of zebras.
Is that not just something they
That's
say
what
in
the man
Disney?
who was driving the truck said.
Andrew.
I'm on it. Oh, by
Yeah.
the way, the workers haven't striked yet.
Yes.
They are just in union discussions.
No, they're not.
because
They're
of
loving.
the poor paying conditions.
And because of the English women who keep visiting and screaming at them.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Hug me, but don't wince at least. When you go in to hug a princess, they shouldn't go, like, give me an embrace.
can I just say that you push me and hit me so often that I do kind of go defensive when you go to hug me too.
That's different. You've got experience of me.
Right, okay,
What
then.
the fuck does Belle doesn't know me from Adam?
It's actually called a dazzle. Yeah.
What?
It's I wonder if it's related to dazzle camouflage as well.
I don't think
What
it is
does that
because he would
mean?
have told me.
In World War II, they like painted warships zebra stripes so that it wouldn't show up on like radar or be seen easy.
Whoa, we are
Andrew.
learning.
It was just an
It's not all
education
just
podcast.
razzle.
A group of giraffes is called a
wow.
tower.
What?
Tower of Giraffe.
Check it.
What?
What?
Check it. I learned a lot. This is the thing about Disney.
And a murder of crows.
That's true.
But you don't really see those on safari.
It's a tower of giraffes. Thank you very
What
much.
Group of Hogs is called?
Podcast.
Helen and Catherine.
Trusty.
What is it called? What's a group of hogs?
It's just Wi-Fi's just being slow.
Oh. I thought you said a system, and I was like, a system of hogs.
eh?
That doesn't feel right. I hope it's
Tower
like...
of Giraffes doesn't make any sense either. But
No, it does, because they
Well,
tower.
I got you.
Because they tower.
A drift or a drove?
A drift of hogs.
A drove of hogs, a drift of hogs. Cool.
I like both of those,
Yeah,
actually.
me too. Hey, no, my third question, please.
And okay, go on.
What was your best ride?
Ah!
And by that I do mean, did you get fucked in the US of A?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay, but best ride?
No,
Then
I
like
don't
just in
think
the parks, I suppose.
I don't think I wanked the entire holiday.
Well, because you
And
were
that's
making
not a
Gwyneth
joke.
hang out with you every single time.
We
I
were
should hope you
so
didn't.
tired.
She was there the whole time. I'm glad to hear you didn't wank at any
well,
point.
you know, there's always a shower break where one person goes to the shower and you quickly rub one out on the bed. Don't make out that that's like me being a freak. Like
No,
that is,
hang on. I thought it would make sense to me if you said you were going into the shower, locking the door, and having the wank in there. It does not make any sense to me that you were like, I should be done by the time she gets back.
Yeah.
I'll just start on the bed,
Yeah.
which she will in the room. She'll inevitably walk back into.
different beds though. So
Yeah, but she's gonna walk back into that room, right?
yes. And I'll be there going, how was your shower? How was your shower? Sorry, just running guys. Hair all over the place. Porn still playing in the background. Did you have a nice shower? Do you want to get me a princess?
I hate you.
Do you want to get me Belle? Okay.
Gwyneth okay?
Gwyneth's fine.
Okay.
I'm sick of saying it. She had a lovely time.
Okay.
She fucking loved it. And we went to Nashville and she fucking loved that as well. She loved all of it.
Did you see any good country music?
I saw a man do a cover of Baby Got Back.
So no. And best ride?
Best ride, Rise of the Resistance or Guardians of the Galaxy?
Tell me.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy is the best roller coaster I've ever been on. It's like also like brand new. So like obviously it's going to be amazing. It's so smooth. You sit on it. There's one of 5 different songs they play as you go around. I got "Come on Everybody to do that conga, you can't control yourself any longer." And you start and you're sitting on the ride.
It's actually quite catchy though.
And it's very good. Very good. Bron from Once Upon a Bron said it's her number 3 favourite song on the ride. And shout out to
one
Bron.
of your video blogger adult Disney people?
Yes, Once Upon a Bron. Yeah.
Right.
She's a lesbian. There we go. Emma's happy.
Don't just point at Em.
She's a lesbian.
Don't point at Em and say she's a lesbian. Stop it.
You know. Yeah. Anyway, it's just an amazing roller coaster. I really recommend going on it. And Rise of the Resistance, I'm not a massive Star Wars person, as displayed by the fact for a full day my Instagram stories were just me walking around Star Wars land saying, "Live long and prosper." Me and Gwyneth thought it'd be really funny to ask. We had to wait for a ride for a bit, and I was like, "Do you want to just like ask men who are wearing full-on Jedi robes to take pictures of us doing this, like the Star Wars finger thing?" And we thought it was really funny.
Star Trek.
But okay, Star Trek was the same thing, isn't it?
No, but it's funny.
Yeah, because of the
Star
joke.
Trek.
I get it. No, yeah, because.
It's funny because you were doing
we're
the
doing
wrong
Star
franchise.
Trek thing in Star Wars
Yeah.
land. Yeah, that was the joke. Yeah. And then we'd asked them to do it, and a lot of very upset men with full-on lightsabers.
No.
Like, oh no.
Really?
And then we were just
Wait,
like,
men were kicking off because you were doing fingering wrong? Because it's about time. Am I right?
But Rise of the Resistance is life-changing. It was so good.
Whoa.
And I went on the Ratatouille ride and the Little Mermaid ride, and I saw a
Were you
fireworks
allowed to
show.
scream or make any noise on the Little Mermaid ride?
We didn't scream on the Little Mermaid ride because it's a gentle ride.
Oh, I did.
And also, here's one thing that I
Not-
didn't expect.
Okay. You got because she lost her voice? Thanks, Andrew. Fine, forget it.
Oh, yeah. You've never seen the Little Mermaid?
You what?
Sorry, for the benefit of the
Have it a
listener, Em just went, "I've never seen the Little Mermaid, you fucking bitches."
What are
Why
you
would you
talking
say
about?
that?
Well, I guess I should know she lost her voice because it's also like a folklore tale, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's what?
It's a book by Hans Christian Andersen.
All right. But sorry, why can't you... What haven't you seen it? What were you watching as a child?
Me and Catherine are going to see a show tonight, but you come to mine afterwards and we'll watch that together, okay? Have you watched any Disney films?
Robin Hood.
Oh, yeah, of course, you've been over there.
That's the only one?
You've just lost your gift. You've just lost your
Wow.
gift. Disney.
Fascinating. Okay, so I...
Good gifty time.
Well, no, speaking of gifts,
Okay,
before we get into it...
You did buy me a gift from Paris.
Oh, no, I forgot. My point is this.
Oh.
She's furious.
I'm
Sorry.
honestly calm about it. You're struggling with your mental health. You don't have to remember to bring me a gift.
I'm really
Despite
sorry.
the fact I called you and asked you to remember even though I was in America.
Uh-huh.
Also, so many comments on your Instagram and Twitter were just like, "Oh, good, Helen, gifty time."
Were they actually? And you still didn't remember?
It pisses me off. One time, right, I was with my brother and my girlfriend and...
I
my
remember
best,
this in the Christmas
fucking
section.
Selfridges, in the Christmas shop, walking along and someone's like, "Oh, amazing, what you get, Helen?" I was like, I'm on my own time. I earned my money from... I'm just like...
So good.
Perusing the shops with my brother.
But I got
You
you
are
a gift.
buying Helen something though, right? What is it? Come on, show me.
Okay, you've all got gifties. Right. I've learned from my mistakes. Maggie's, maybe not the route to go. And the Maggies that were there were tacky.
I just realised what I wanted to be.
What do you want it to be?
A keyring. Is it a keyring?
Okay, what have you
I
always
need
say you wanted?
I need a keyring.
And it reminds me of those really enchanting Shrek ones that you bought me with my letter on it.
Have a see? This is actually a good gift that I will use.
I know. I genuinely crushed it. I've never been more proud of myself. Okay, close your eyes. Put your hand out.
Oh, I don't touch me with your fingers though.
Okay, I'll drop it.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll give you your...
Can I open?
Yes.
Whoa! Oh my God, this is so cute. Cinderella.
Aren't they beautiful? We're going to take
My
a picture and put
God.
it on our Instagram, so make sure you follow TrustyHogs on Instagram.
Helen.
Do you love it?
Yes.
Aren't they classy?
Helen, I genuinely,
I know.
actually, let me be clear, the first time ever enjoyed this gift you've bought me.
Do you know why? Because you were really happy for me to get that Shrek H.
I just love it.
And you were like, it's very practical and it's a little bit of whimsy, but it's still useful. Yeah.
I love this. Woohoo. Also, this
I
would be
did
so
good.
helpful because you know how I always am letting my girlfriends move in, so it's nice to just have my own key.
No.
I'm not going
Okay. No. Yay! No, you really didn't get me anything from Paris. I can't work out if it's a joke or not.
So I didn't, and I'm sorry.
That's insane
But can
to
I
me.
say, I was going to buy you something can I explain? I was going to buy you something at Gardenour, which I know is lazy, but I was just like, I'll do my gift shopping there.
Yeah.
When we got to Gardenour, there was a terrorist attack.
And that's my problem.
But I just feel like it wasn't like a shopping
so
vibe.
the terrorists took all the magnets.
They won because I didn't get to shop.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
I think the point is I didn't get to shop and I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's okay because I'm going to France tomorrow. So
Are
I will
you?
get my own one. Yeah.
What are you going for?
Skiing! What's happening with you today?
I keep blanking it out because it makes no sense. It doesn't fit with my narrative of you in any
I
way,
know.
shape, or form. What are you talking about? So you're going skiing?
Yeah.
You've never skied before?
Never.
And you're bringing who again?
France.
Okay. And they can ski?
Yeah. No, they can't
They
ski.
can't ski.
Neither of us can ski, but we can play in snow. So it's absolutely fine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And you're gigging?
And I'm doing gigs, yeah.
But you're going exclusively with comics who do ski?
Apart from Stephen Bailey. I found out Stephen doesn't ski, and Stephen was like, the only thing I want to do is get us in a hot tub and just recreate Real Housewives moments. And I was like,
yes.
that I will thrive in. And I
Right.
got myself a new... Oh my God, can I also do this quick shout out?
Yeah.
Shopping in America means I can just buy clothes in the shop.
God, that shouldn't be a fucking rare,
It was
profound thing.
insane to the point where
That's
Gwyneth...
so annoying that even has to be a thing, but I'm thrilled that you
It's
did.
so
It's
mad.
so annoying.
But Gwyneth was like... Gwyneth likes like vintage shopping and stuff, and in
Yeah.
Nashville there's loads of like different like really cool vintage
Yeah.
shops, and I was like, oh cool, let's go look around them. And I was like, oh look around, but there'll be nothing for me
Of
there, sort of
course,
thing.
'cause that's
I
always
got a
where-
jumper
What?
in one of them, like a fitted one. I was like, this is insane.
That's so
And the guy
nice.
serving me sounded so southern.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, where are you from? And he went, here. And I went, oh, that's a Nashville accent? And he went, no, small town. And I went, oh, okay.
That's so nice.
And then I
That's
said,
so
I'm from
nice.
Louisiana.
And he said, no, you're not lady.
Yeah. No one found it as charming as I thought they would.
Yeah, I get it. And so what other clothes did you buy when you were there?
I bought a swimming costume and I bought a nice skirt as well.
Cute.
And I bought about 10 different fridge magnets for people. And
Thank you for not doing
Chucky, I didn't do it for you.
I'm really sorry that I didn't bring you a gift from Paris.
And
I'll bring you a gift from the next place. Like, I'm going to Iceland next month. I'll bring you a gift from Iceland.
fridge magnet.
Okay.
Can I have 2?
Yeah. To make up for Paris, yes, you can.
Sick.
I'm going to 2 different parts of Iceland. I'll bring you one from both.
One over £10 in
Fine.
price.
Combined price, they can be over £10.
No.
It's Iceland. They're going to be over £10.
Okay, thank you very much. Can I have one that looks like a little troll?
Listen, I'll do my best.
Okay. Should we bring our guest on?
I think we should.
bring
I
our
think we
guest
should.
on?
I think we should, absolutely.
Okay, but anyone has any more questions about Disney? I know Catherine wants to talk about it over more episodes, so please do send them in to Trusty Hogs. Tell us about your Disney World
That's not
adventures.
what I haven't said that at all.
Tell
I
us
don't
your
want
Disney
that.
World adventures.
Okay.
Send in your best stories of meeting princesses or like different characters. We'd love to hear them.
In the extras, we'll talk about what we got for Christmas and how our Christmases was. Spoiler:
Oh, yeah, let's talk about
Helen had a
Christmas.
terrible day.
I was alone.
We also have an exciting update on a problem in the extras.
Whoa, do we?
Yes.
Oh, I
Tell me
love
now.
an update. Wait,
Come out.
who was the problem? Tell so that they want to get the patron.
It was about a potential upcoming engagement, whether to attend the engagement or attend Trusty Hogs Live.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
my god,
yes.
phenomenal! Okay, great. Please welcome our wonderful guests,
The Crizards!
Helen. We've been nominated for the National Comedy Awards.
The what?
The National Comedy Awards. You just got to go to nationalcomedyawards.co.uk to vote for us. The podcast called Trusty Hogs. If you don't know that already, what are you doing? Please vote for us.
You must vote for Trusty Hogs so we can go to the event together. It'll mean everything. Thank you so much. Enjoy the episode.
Bye.
It's the Crizards! It's the
Yay!
Crizards!
Hi, boys.
Hello.
You've brought gifts for us. us.
Yeah.
It's no, Helen, you can't
Straight to
help
that.
it.
They walked in and said, we've got gifts.
Yeah.
But can Eddie
Okay.
please explain why he has a gift?
Okay.
I didn't have a gift.
Okay.
And I was leaving my flat.
Yes.
And then Shamima, my girlfriend,
Shout out to Shamima.
Hey,
What's up, babe?
Shamima.
she used to listen to podcasts. Now she finds it too
Creepy.
weird
Because we hang out. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? She
But-
stopped just because we're friends?
Yeah.
Because she was like, I know too much.
Also because
I know stuff that I then find out from talking to Helen later, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I know that from your podcast or something. So she was like, well, that's weird.
I think that adds a layer of excitement.
Also,
and
because I
she should-
created an
Yeah.
argument between him and Shamima last year for something I said on the podcast.
What
It turns out Eddie
wasn't-
had a full dinner with her and then went out with me and had another
I
dinner.
did a double big dinner.
and she didn't know.
That?
No, it was. I think she didn't. It wasn't an argument. She was just like, I had admitted the fact that I had another big dinner afterwards.
Okay.
Because I was just like, it was quite early on,
Yeah, you don't need them
and
to
it was
know
like
that you're.
embarrassed. I don't know why, but I was a bit like, I'm not
Embarrassed.
confident enough to explain. Like, yeah, I had 2 dinners, but then I didn't tell her. And then she was like, why didn't you tell me you had another big dinner? I was like, I don't know. I just.
This whole thing is
was shy.
built on
You
lies.
got shy. You were nervous.
I got shy and nervous.
Okay,
yeah.
but so our previous listener, but no longer listener, Savage.
But now friend,
Now, friend.
and that's okay.
Okay, is live in your flat is your girlfriend.
And she said,
Yeah.
are you not gonna give them something?
God, she's
Like
good.
you should. She was like, you should. Bring
Thank you,
something
Shamima.
for them.
Yeah, that's
And I
so
said, well,
good.
what? I don't have any. And she was like, sometimes people give them chocolate.
Yeah.
I love her. Sometimes people give them chocolate.
So give it, you fucking freak.
But then, yeah.
Oh my God! Yes, I love
We
it.
get a twirly.
I'm
I
so
love
glad.
a twirl.
Thank you so much, Eddie.
No
I
problem.
actually, you couldn't have pulled a better pair of bars out of your pocket.
Yeah.
I didn't
That's what
expect
I
them to
thought.
be in your pocket. They're a little warm, but
Yeah,
that's
right.
so
Sorry
nice.
about that. It's a really warm fleece.
I really thought it was going to come out of the bag.
Yeah, no, forget that.
Well,
Okay,
thank you
well,
so much to
thank
Eddie
you.
Hare, Crizard number 1, Crizard number 2, Will Rowland.
Okay, so this is my gift. So my New Year's resolution.
Wait a second. Did you bring a gift, or are you just making up a gift because Eddie?
So Eddie messaged me saying Shamima told me that and to bring some chocolate.
Well, that can be from both of us if you want.
No, what
No,
I've
it's too
got
late.
I've
No,
got
no,
my
no,
own
too late.
gift.
Okay,
Well,
great.
so basically, my resolution is for January, I am not eating any sweeties.
So you haven't made yourself.
pudding that I haven't made.
I spent New Year's with them.
Why?
Yeah,
I told you on
yeah.
New
You
Year's.
did.
I shouted it
At midnight, yeah. Happy New Year's. I'm not having any sweets unless I've made it myself.
So
What?
I brought you some of the sweet that I've made myself, which essentially what
I don't know
do,
if I like
You
that.
won't eat it. I'll eat it.
rather than eating chocolate bar, what I do
It
is I,
melts the chocolate bar.
I will melt the chocolate bar, put nuts in it, put it in the freezer. 5 minutes later, I'm eating chocolate bar, but I made it myself. And it's got raisins. I think
They're so
Was it like a
Stupid.
picnic?
You just
The-
made a fruit and nut bar.
Oh, wow.
so. I think it's nice.
That's
But
for
wait,
both
what
of them,
kind
is
of
it,
bar have you melted
That's-
down?
That's for...
I've melted down a lovely 70% dark chocolate Montezuma's,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Jesus.
Hello.
That's actually really nice.
and
That's
that's, for me.
wild.
And this one's for you.
I want it.
That's
Thank
really...
you so
Thank
much.
you to the fancy
Wow.
Crizard.
Yeah, that is fancy.
Fancy Crizard all
Should we rate the
round.
Crizards?
Yes. So I prioritise nobody having touched my chocolate bar.
Yeah, so you're not going to eat
So
that.
I'm gonna go. No, I might.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with my vote's for Eddie. And you?
Thank you so much.
I'm going to
What, excuse
vote
me?
for Will because
Yeah.
of the explanation. And this is more from Shamima than it is Eddie.
Interesting.
You paid for it, but
paid
that's
for
like
it.
2 for a
Yeah,
pound,
but you
isn't
get
it?
like 20% more than
£1.60
she
the pair
does.
of
So
them.
money wise, from comedy, you get 20% more than.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
then.
That's true, yeah.
I'm going to say my favourite Crizard is Will Rowland.
I choose Eddie.
Okay. Thank you to the
Okay.
Crizzards. Thank you so
Okay.
much for coming on.
Thanks so much for coming in, guys. Really nice to meet you.
I've actually got a little gifty for you too as well.
do?
Okay.
Wow.
So obviously,
so fancy.
don't touch my chocolate. Thank you
Sorry.
very much.
That's Will's job.
I buy people magnets, and you have both given me magnets over the last year, Maggie's, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I was in Nashville, and I got each of you a Maggie.
That's so
They're
fine.
matching.
You did.
Wow.
No, I did. I
Shouldn't
did.
have.
I
That's
did say I
everyone's
wanted one.
No, thank you.
Oh,
You got a rocket.
Oh,
This
look
is
at
perfect.
these.
They're actually amazing.
The Crizzards play guitars.
We play guitar.
Because
Do you love it?
Yeah,
I love it.
They're actually amazing. Can you?
$6.99.
Don't read the price. Oh,
That's so expensive.
but it's worth it because it's a quality Maggie.
And for the smiles on our face.
And plus, Will spent like £24 making that chocolate bar he made himself.
They're homemade.
I don't think you can call that like a. Is this why Sunil's doing his no sugar diet?
Is he doing a no sugar?
Yeah, he does what you guys do because he wants to be. That's lovely, Eddie. Yeah, that's very special.
Oh, there you go.
Sunil's gone on a mad
Nice.
diet as well.
Has he?
Wait,
Yeah,
is it a mad diet? All he's done is add calories to a chocolate bar that pre-existed.
that feels mad.
No, I think it's lovely. Nuts are good for you. And hey, listen, there's no judgment. Your food doesn't have to have a moral value. Any good?
And it's an activity as well. So that.
And it's nice.
Do you like it, Helen? I made it for you.
Is it nice?
No,
What are you doing?
Why?
Do you want to change your vote about the favourite Crizards now?
Why isn't it nice? He's made it himself.
so bitter.
It's bitter. It's dark chocolate.
It's dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate, to be fair. I do love dark chocolate.
You'll love it. I touched it so much. I touched every nut before I put them in.
Lovely.
Okay, thank you so much to the Crizards.
Hey, no
We
worries.
appreciate it. How are
wait,
you
so-
guys doing? You thriving?
Thriving.
I'm thriving.
So
I'm
here's-
surviving.
Here's
Not
my
thri-
No, here's my question. You're in a double act.
Yeah.
Okay. The last double act we had on, we could only get one of them on because they don't like to do PR together. You guys chose
We had
to come-
Shelf on
Who was
after
that?
Brittany.
Shelf, my apologies. Shelf seemed too amped about being in a double act. You seem less than enthused about being in a double act. Brittany won't act as a double act. in public.
Really?
Really?
So, yeah. So my question remains: what made you get into a double act?
Here we go. It's the love story of all.
What? It was Will's idea. We did.
And you like it.
And I like it. And I'm so glad.
It was a good idea.
It was good.
It's like those vignettes in When Harry Met Sally, you know? A man being like, she was the most beautiful girl. And
And
also-
everyone fancied my friend Pauline.
Yeah, exactly.
But you met at uni, no?
We met at university.
And then we did a road to play sketch show.
we wrote a
Together?
sketch show.
Crab
we
salad.
Did
Called
sketch
Crab
stuff.
Salad.
How do you know that, you little freak?
Helen actually came
Helen-
to see it.
My friend Lee Smeek is an actress even.
Yeah.
We worked together in a cafe.
Right.
And she was in their sketch show in Edinburgh.
Yeah, we did a university sketch show.
But no one wanted to be.
No
in
one wanted to be in it.
We had to say,
No students wanted to be in it.
No, students desperate for any opportunity to
Because
act,
we
who
were-
wanted to be actors, like begging just for something to do
Yeah.
with their day.
it was like a new. It's because it was like a new comedy society at the uni that no one really cared about. So it was like the drama society was like the one everyone wanted to be
Wait,
in.
was there-
Everyone wanted to be in their plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when we were like, hey, who wants to come to Edinburgh and do this sketch show we've written? Like,
Let's get
nobody
into
was
it.
up
What
for
uni was it?
UCL.
Okay.
Nice
fine.
uni. You'd expect
Okay.
there to be a good comedy society there.
We set it up
Oh,
in a
this-
way.
There
Yeah.
was another
One of them. Anyway,
So-
we couldn't get anyone to...
Wait, there was like a competing comedy institution.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
You're trying to be a
We
fringe
were like
fringe
we were
thing?
like a comedy startup.
And like most startups, it went
It was-
terribly.
it was
You never
slow.
hear about the ones that don't go well. But
Well,
let's have it, lads.
Now it's time.
Well, but do you know Casting Call Pro? You heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's where we met Lise.
We-
Casting Call
Put
Pro
an
is
advert on
amazing.
there.
Have you
Wait,
never heard
you
of
have
it?
to hire professional
It's like Gumtree
actors
for
to be a
actors.
student.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking? You're paying out of pocket for people who aren't students at
We
UCL?
couldn't pay.
We couldn't pay
them.
And were they
we were
actually-
upfront about that.
Were they students at UCL?
No, they
No,
were recent. They were recent drama graduates.
They were like
So
drama
they'd, like, just
graduates,
finished.
yeah, looking for their big break.
47-year-old men.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I have a summer free.
They were people, and then we were like, hey, come to Edinburgh with us. You can.
We
can-
won't touch you.
We can all live together, and then Lise was like, "No, I'm not going to
gonna
do
live
that.
with
I'm going to live with
my
my boyfriend." We're like,
boyfriend.
"Oh, okay,"
And we're like,
but we've
"That
actually already signed a lease to rent a flat that includes a bedroom for you." And she was
Why
like,
would
"Well,
you
I
do
can't
that?
afford that." So then we were Airbnb-ing out one of the rooms in our Edinburgh flat to a
And the
succession
guy-
of tourists from the Far East. The producer was so stressed because he was basically a landlord as well as,
was so
as
funny.
producing a failing Edinburgh show.
We're still really good friends with that Because the guy who was the producer
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
then
still our good
19, and he was just, most of his time was spent organising this Airbnb.
Yeah, dealing with complaints from like being like, hey,
like,
the shower's not working. Could you?
A lot of improv in the living room, actually. Didn't like that very much.
Yeah,
Did the tourists from the Far East come and see crab salad though?
they did.
No, they didn't.
You
No.
couldn't even fire the guy.
It felt like, we've got two businesses going on. We don't want to mix.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, don't
but
mix
we-
business with business.
We got like our
Not the
property
phrase.
heads on and then comedy heads.
Of course. Okay, so that was the first. And now you've done many acclaimed shows since.
Yes.
Well, last year.
Well,
And this year, Helen. a little
And
bit.
this year, this
And
will
this
be the
year
year.
coming up.
Yeah.
And so you are, and so now you're taking your show to Soho.
We're taking our show to Soho
And it's
Theatre.
our first time there. We're very excited.
And you don't have to lease anybody a room to stay
No,
in.
and
You
we
can
don't
just
even
do
have
the
to do
show.
that. We can do that if we want some extra money.
I think we might be
Don't have
living together.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Edinburgh.
And I lived
Yeah,
together with
yeah.
Will last year. Yeah.
Oh, please don't talk about Edinburgh this year. It's too far ahead.
We have to. We
No,
must.
we
We
must.
must.
We must.
We
We've
must.
got to talk
No,
about
no.
it. We've got to talk
Okay,
about
so
these
your
things.
show this year at Soho Theatre is called
It's called Cowboys.
Cowboys.
And it's
Cowboys.
on the 26th to the 28th.
Of January.
At the Soho Theatre.
The
Next
Soho
week.
Theatre.
And what's it about?
It's about cowboys.
It's a cowboy, so it's got lots of songs in it. It's set in the Wild West.
Is it a proper Western?
It is. It is. I saw it and I felt like I was
Inspired by-
in Montana. That's
okay.
how it felt in the
Where's
crowd.
it set?
It's
Assembly
nondescript.
Garden.
Could be Montana. It's like.
It's in a
Essex.
generic Western setting.
Fabulous.
But then we're also ourselves in bits.
Yeah, and we
Fabulous.
also play
It's-
ourselves.
I can't wait to
classic
see
double
it.
X
This is so
format.
exciting.
It's a great fun show.
Did you not see it in Edinburgh?
No, I'm so excited.
Oh my
You
god,
guys
it's
got-
so good.
Thanks
of course I'm gonna come.
Well, thanks in advance.
And you're going to sing songs?
Sing songs.
Yeah,
There's
sing
10
songs,
songs
we've,
in there.
My favourite
write
song?
our own song.
Is there
Quicksand.
a shootout?
Quicksand.
Is there what?
A shootout? My favorite part of a Western?
There's a shootout.
Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. Any saloon doors?
It's all indoors, yeah. Wait.
Any-
Did you say, is it all indoors?
And it's all indoors.
Is there any saloon
It doesn't even
doors?
matter.
I don't
if
have
it's
to go
raining.
outside.
I don't even have to go outside. No, I said any
Saloon doors.
saloon doors.
No, there was interestingly, there was a saloon scene, but we got rid of it.
Oh no.
I'm happy to reveal that. Isn't it?
Exclusive on TrustyHogs. You heard it here first.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Okay,
I always
cool.
think if I was in a double act, I'd do something like you guys do. Like pick
Yeah.
like a really strong sort of theme and just pretend to be something the entire time. Like I don't
It
know,
is
like
fun.
be like a dog. Do you know
no
what I
offense,
mean?
but
And
I
call the
can't-
show like
Dog
Dog
Show.
Kennels. And then it's just
Yeah.
like me and like my double act partner playing loads of different dogs in the
Would
kennels.
Catherine be your double act partner? In?
No, she would not. No, the wrong sense of whimsy. We wouldn't mash because you guys are high energy and low energy. It's because you're both so mental.
Do you-
No, I'm joking.
Which one's the high energy?
Neither.
I'm the crazy one.
I don't know who my double act partner would be. I would like a
Can
double
I
act.
say there's never been anyone
Gwyneth.
less qualified to
Gwyneth.
be in a double act than you?
Really?
And I say that as I'd probably come second. Neither of us could be in a double act.
Where's that coming from?
Babe,
I
when somebody doesn't look at you and you're the only person on stage, you have developed a verbal tick whereby you get down into the eyes of that said terrified man and scream, "Look at me!"
Yes.
at them. Now imagine they were supposed to be looking at somebody else.
But if you need like a fart break or something like that, the other person can take over.
exactly,
Yeah.
and you just need someone who matches your
What's a
energy.
fart break?
Like, you know when you're on stage and you need to fart and you're like, oh, I wish not everyone was looking at me right now so I could have a fart break.
Have you ever done it where you know that the audience can hear it? Like the front row might
I
have heard you
always
fart.
think they can hear it, but
I've not
I
done
really,
that, but-
if I ever talk very, very
I've not
loudly
even
on
done
stage,
I've not
I'm
even done-
farting.
If you ever talk you're always talking very loudly on
I
stage.
get very gassy on
Are
stage.
you farting
I
the
guess.
whole time?
I'm farting now.
I've definitely farted so not noisily but smellily on stage that the front row visibly reacts.
But do you look at one person in the front row and go,
Does that not bother you?
I don't know if you've done that in Crizards.
It's not happening.
It was not that I've
No,
noticed.
it's when I was a beginner comedian.
yeah.
I didn't have a lot of
You
jokes.
always
I had-
fart in your first year.
The sets are like 5 minutes. You can't hold it for 5
No,
minutes.
because you're so nervous.
I was so nervous and I'd had so many beans.
Yeah.
I had so much roughage. I
My
thought
comfort food, beans.
It was actually.
Wow.
it was. Actually.
Your Will's first stand-up set was about beans.
That's true.
It was really good.
Why do you know the
We started an
history
open mic together.
Okay.
Then it was about pumpkins.
Yeah.
Wow,
It was
what
always
about-
I was trying to
about
change
something
my
about-
diet.
Oh god, I can't wait to hear your set about homemade chocolate bars. It's
No.
gonna be fire.
Can I tell you my idea for the double act show then?
Yes.
Okay, so
Theirs
dogs,
or yours?
mine.
But you don't even have a partner and you're not in a double act, and these are an actual double act here to tell us about their actual show that exists.
But I'd like to hear what they think about my idea.
Yeah, we can.
I'd
the
love
one you
to.
just came up with now?
Yes.
That you've already personally invested in?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so like we play a variety of different dogs in the kennels, from ones who have just arrived to 100% and get picked up the next day,
Yeah.
to like one that's been there for 200 days and is definitely about to be put down. And that's your jeopardy throughout the show. Is like, will they get adopted or will they get put down? And then we can have like keepers coming in, like doghouse style. And then we can have like, we could play fleas at one point to get a bit meta, if that's what meta means. And yeah, that's the show. And it's called Dogs with a Z.
Which
And it's me and Miranda Hart.
Wow.
There we go. That's my double act
that would be a
partner.
good double act, actually.
Nice tall ladies from Hampshire.
Just falling over.
Yeah, just go whoopsie, woof, 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 like yeah, and then one of the dog is like really sexy to the point where the audience are like, oh my god, am I into bestiality? And it's like, no, you're not. I'm just like really fit.
Which dog are you?
I'd like to be one with all the nipples.
Oh,
is that-
mama dog.
Like, a mama dog, but who hasn't bounced back.
Is
you
that the
know?
one that's been there for ages, or the one that's?
No, she's thriving.
She's-
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But just like nipples from up here all
In
the
your
way down
professional
to the
opinion?
pubis.
I think
It's,
the nipples thing could be an audience participation.
Like milking.
They milk.
They milk.
They milk the dog?
They milk
Yeah.
Helen the dog.
That'd be nice. Probably a kids show then, really, isn't it? We're now thinking
It'll be
about it.
because it's educational.
If I did it like
I would take my
midday
nieces
at the
to see that.
weekends, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had kids come to see your shows because people think double acts are supposed to be like for families?
Oh yeah, we did have a
Yeah.
10-year-old boy come
He
and
loved
see
it.
an old Edinburgh show that we did.
Yeah.
PowerPoint based.
Was it appropriate?
It wasn't, was it, Eddie? There was a bit about there was a bit about rimming in there.
There's a big, really racy stuff in that was
His
genuinely.
eyes were
Were
so
you-
wide.
He
Were you
loved it though. He was
pro
like,
or
He loved it.
anti?
and then his dad was like, "Don't worry, he loves that sort of thing." But-
Rimming.
No, we didn't.
Well, just like the kid
Swearing,
just loves a
swearing.
bit of blue.
Were you pro or anti-rimming?
Are we?
Were you
I
in
think
the
we're
show?
pro. We're pro. I think
It was
as a
new. It
double
was
act,
rimming
probably.
neutral. The show.
Yeah, we didn't have a strong opinion on it, but we just
Really?
I think anyone would feel
Do you
comfortable.
remember how it came up?
The rimming.
Mm.
It's in. Well, it's a bit hard to explain.
Try.
Okay.
We did a segment about whether you should be vegetarian or not, whether you should have a plant-based
Okay.
diet.
Okay.
And
And
it was to do with myth busting,
Yeah.
and then we were myth fucking, and then we were myth fingering, and then we were myth rimming by the end of the show.
Yeah.
Right.
That feels
So it was
pro
like-
rimming.
Yeah, because
Like-
it's like an active. Yeah.
But also
active good
judgmental,
thing.
as if like they're like
Positive.
in the escalation they've made it the most extreme.
It's like stripping away
Myth.
artifice. Yeah. The
Wow.
rimming's a good thing.
I saw this show.
Edinburgh Fringe,
You
guys.
heard it here. You heard it
the
here first.
epicenter of the arts.
But we would always try and get the parents and not bring the children in, but they would always. I think once
We did. We
once
would
they
say,
brought their
"Oh, are you
children-
sure about this?" Like,
Yeah,
and they'll be like, "Yeah."
They're not like, I'm not
thing
moving
is, though,
them.
in Edinburgh, there's so many grown men being like, "Bring your kids in here." That I think I'd be like comforted by the sight of two who were like, "No, don't bring."
Yes,
I'd be like, "That
yeah.
seems safer."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like it is reverse psychology.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, listen. Do you ever help each other with your problems?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know how male friendship works, or indeed how men work.
It works. It works.
Yeah.
We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
We've been friends for over 10 years, and we have
Had many problems.
had many problems and helped each other with many problems over the
Who's
years.
better at advice?
50-50.
That means
We,
Will.
No, I think Eddie's really good with advice. We try to. Advice is hard, you know.
advice is hard because
I find it
different
very
people have
easy.
different ideas of what's helpful, isn't it? So it's
Who's a
about
better listener?
getting to know.
You're both very good listeners, actually, I think.
I think we're both good listeners.
I think we both have the same shortcomings.
I think my shortcomings. In the past have been thinking, not specifically, but giving
go
it.
on.
Sometimes being like, something I think is a useful solution to a problem that a person might not find useful. But I have learned that.
Yeah. Do you learn in the same way that
So-
I do, where I'll be like, oh, what about yoga with Adrian? And then Helen screams at me and then writes an entire show about how she hates yoga with Adrian.
That's not how
It's exactly
Is that
like
how that happened?
That's not how that happened exactly.
Exclusive.
That's not exclusive.
Another exclusive.
I'll be like, this is a really helpful thing for my mental health. She'll be like, that's not only is that stupid, it's so stupid, I should talk about it on stage.
True that. I still think that we could give a problem a go and we could see how the Crizards do.
Okay, let's find out which of you is
I
better
think
at
we'll do
advice.
well.
I think we're both good at giving advice, and whoever has a problem will be able to help them.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Andrew, give us a really tough mental health eating disorder one, please.
These boys are ready for
But,
a
like,
female
really
specific
intense.
issue. Let's hear some lady
Give
problems.
us teenage girl
They're
drama.
ready.
I wish I've loaded up another one, unfortunately, but we do have a huge backlog of very intense ones.
Oh my god, let's do an
great.
intense one for the extras then. Let's do an
Okay.
intense one for the extras. Okay, great.
Come on.
No judgment to the person's problem who will inevitably
Oh, no, no.
No
hold it
judgment.
incredibly
We love,
intense.
we like intense. Yeah,
No
yeah.
judgment here.
Hi, I'm C.
Hi, C.
C.
I'm
see.
turning 30 in a few months and have always struggled with saving money.
Oh dear, your world's ending as well. You're turning 30 and you've got no money. You
behave
fucked it
yourself.
already.
It's not too bad. Don't worry about it.
I'm disabled and my disability stops me from working. so
Great, well done. I just said
Right.
that before I found out that.
I could have stopped you because I knew that was coming, but I'll let you go.
No, damn it.
My disability stops me from working, so I'm already on a limited budget.
Damn it, C.
I'm good at finding cheap deals and shopping around for bargains. That's not the problem. But I'm struggling with how to come up with a budget that works for me that I can stick to.
Okay.
My problem is that I start with good intentions, but always end up spending what little savings I have on frivolous crap that I probably don't need. Do either of you have any advice as to how to find a budget that works for me, how to start saving money, not wasting money, sticking to budget? Or on this note, and I don't count this as frivolous crap, but I have just upped my Patreon donation to £10.
Right. There's your first
But it's
problem.
well worth it.
Yeah,
That's the first cut.
Cut that.
What the fuck, you guys? What the fuck?
Any
oh,
budgeting advice for Steve?
Let's let the Crizards help.
Okay, I'd be interested in this because I've seen both of you get frivolous
But
perks.
also, Helen, but
is
also
really
men have
tough.
all the money, so let's find out what they're doing.
I
What do
don't
you
know.
guys think?
I don't know.
Yes, this is a tough one.
I think I'm notoriously love spending money. I'm not good with. I go through phases, but I do love buying expensive things. I believe in the Aristotelian virtue of magnificence, which means it makes you a good person to buy magnificent things. So, like, if you pay an artisan to make you a fantastic table, that's actually that's like morally good because you're like helping somebody.
Yeah.
And I find that is a wonderful way to justify buying whatever you want as long as you're buying it. So I think it's just important.
Give us that phrase again. Aristotelian.
Aristotelian virtue of magnificent.
Is that really what it is? If you buy magnificent things, then you're magnificent.
Yeah, it's the idea. I think, and I do believe in it. So, like, it's not
I
magnificent.
think I believe in it.
This is like the difference between these chocolate bars.
Yeah,
it's not
this
magnificent to buy a twirl because
But Helen doesn't like the
boiled,
chocolate.
fondled piece of chocolate is magnificent.
It's Aristotelian.
But what if you prefer a twirl? Anyway.
Wow.
Ooh.
Here we go.
you can prefer a twirl, but it's a less good way to spend your money. Like, that's why I believe going to independent shops and
Here we go.
spending
Sorry,
and like.
just to circle back on the helping
But
the
then-
person
so-
who's on a limited budget
But
with
No, no,
say
let 'em
your-
fly, let
say
'em
your
fly.
resources are limited. You can't do that.
My resources are very.
They are very limited.
they are
Yeah.
very
They are.
He's in a double act in comedy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're splitting that fee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
no fee.
But you said split
Think
the
about
costs as well. Though. That's right.
But when we travel, we both have to pay travel. Sometimes we're down so much on a gig. It's incredible.
So,
So
your advice to this person is?
Well, listen, capitalism has ruined society.
It has.
Yeah.
It
I
has.
hope this person doesn't feel guilty about this problem because there's basically just not enough money for everything so expensive. If this person is like might be receiving like benefits, they're so low, like it hasn't been put up
Yeah.
enough. So I hope they don't feel bad about it. However, practical advice, I think Eddie would be better at.
Okay.
brilliant.
Eddie's really good with money.
I do think that's a really good starting point, though, which is just like, let's just, no beating around the bush, acknowledge that the system is broken and that we haven't increased benefits in line with interest rates or inflation, and that
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
that the system is designed to make you feel like that's a personal flaw and not a trap that we will inevitably keep falling into. So yeah, let's take the moral value out of this and stop saying that like it's not that you are a bad person or have failed to do something. It's that it's a challenge, and we will endeavour to help ourselves as much as we can, which is why we're going to go to Twirl Guy.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, tricky situation. Right, so let me think. Where are we with?
Any other week.
So sorry for the quality of this answer.
Are you a robot person? So sorry. The problem
Well,
you're having.
I believe in you, Eddie.
So if I may,
Please.
if I may answer the question, to build on what Will was saying there, don't feel guilty about your about spending, say, £10 on TrustyHogs.
Yes,
it's a good product.
It's magnificent,
and it's worth. And
it goes straight to you. That's like a good.
And it goes.
purchase.
And
Why
that's,
is it not podcasting?
And you're not an evil big corporation.
I don't know.
I wish I could be. I want to be.
On absolute shit.
What was is that name C?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you're magnificent in not just my words, but in the words of Aristotle as well, and Will. And try to. I guess when you're putting a budget together, if you can, it's it's really hard to stick to a budget if you don't build in something enjoyable. Try to build something enjoyable to it, and then and so. Because I think whenever I try to be like, I strip something back to the bare necessities, it ends up being a bit joyless, and it's actually very hard to stick to it because it's unrealistic. So I'd say try and build something that's enjoyable, but maybe like is, yeah.
Oh, I've just thought of a really good principle.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This is what really helps me. It's
Dumas.
rather than creating things that are all about not doing things, think about what you would like to do more.
Yes.
So like rather than being like no more going to the cinema, we've got to spend too much money, it's like, I would like to go to do more walks. I would like to invite my friends over to
watch more
tea.
films at home that are available on a streaming service. Yeah.
That will mean that you end up saving money, but by choosing what you want to do rather than
replacing it with fun.
Because otherwise you just feel it's really miserable having to budget.
I would also. Oh, sorry.
No, I completely agree, and I think similarly having like a visible list of the things you're saving for helps me so much.
Yeah.
Just to be like, why the fuck am I doing this? Is to be like, and also to keep the list on the list of things that you've gotten. Like from saving, which I think are good too, is to be like, I am happier to have that than 3 Ubers. You know, that has actually made me more joyful.
See, I would personally go for not the Aristotle approach, but the Plato approach,
Right.
which is we come into this world with nothing. If you leave owing, you've won. So the trick is to absolutely cane it into debt, and then when you die, you can go fucking beat the system. I left with debt, and then you've won.
How do you judge the debt collection?
You just
points?
keep caning it, and then death will happen.
Keep changing
to all of
addresses.
us.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Moved by the mafia in this situation.
No, mafia. Just, what can they do?
Can I build on what Eddie said too, though? I think that not feeling bad is good, but I also think that thing about joy is important. But I also think the main, like the underneath that is like be realistic as well. Like I think I'm so guilty of making budgets where I'm like, I don't need coffee out.
Yeah.
I'll never get an Uber.
Do you remember last
need...
January when you were like, I'm not having takeaway all year?
I had way fewer takeaways.
Fewer, but fucking hell, it was mental.
No, but it's true. It's an unrealistic goal, and then I only feel like I failed and like I haven't budgeted for it. Whereas actually, what I find really helpful is to go back and look what you're actually spending on, and budget in real terms of who you really are, not who you hope to be, because you'll remain yourself.
Also, haircuts, don't need them. It's all a myth. It's all a myth. You can just you can chip that yourself at home.
Chip it.
My long hair is a product of not having a lot of money.
Yeah, fair.
I bumped into my barber yesterday because he lives around the corner from me.
Nice.
And he gave me a fist bump, and he said, "I'll see you soon." Because he just looked at my head. And was like, and I was like,
Don't need help with that soon. Wow, savage. What
He's
a guy.
Nice, though. He likes me, I think.
He does.
Yeah. I always berate the people that I like into giving me their money through sort of social anxiety.
I also think stealing is something that we haven't discussed yet, but like that's always an option.
I have 2 useful things.
About stealing?
Not about stealing,
Okay.
but
Big
practical.
coat, big puffy
things.
coat.
Yeah, big puffy coat. Investment
Tinfoil.
Oh, good.
thieving.
Go on.
And I got £175 from doing a current account switch.
Yes, no, you can.
There's like
this is a really
there's
good
just
idea.
like small weird random things that you can use to just get like £100 or something.
And what helps? Are you subscribed to the Money Saving Expert?
Yeah, I was
email?
going to say that's
So
Martin
good.
Lewis.
We
It's
love
so
Martin
good.
Lewis.
It's genuinely great. Things like that are because of him that I realize I can get 175 quid from a current account switch.
I also get 1% cash back on all transactions with my Chase account because of Martin.
Fabulous.
What did you like to say about Martin Lewis, Eddie? That you do everything he says.
So I do everything he
I
says.
do everything he says.
You have a thing you said.
I have a bit where I say I would punch myself in the balls if he told me to. I trust him too much.
Yeah, okay, that feels a little reliant.
I'm not. Well, I don't know because I don't know about finance really. So
I think
if he says I should do it, I'll do it.
That's fair.
I don't think we've helped at all, but I think we've all tried our best.
The problem is I'm really bad with money.
I think all of us are. I think we're all a bit frivolous.
I actually, if I may speak for Will and I,
yes.
I think we have helped a lot. I think you guys have, you two have phoned this one in, and we have actually
we're the problem.
changed his life.
Wow.
Okay, wow.
Okay.
Thank you to the Crizards on next week at the Soho Theatre, 26th to 28th of January.
Yeah, special guest Martin Lewis.
Book in advance. Book in advance.
Boys, thank you for your brilliant advice.
You're welcome.
Your show is called Cowboys. So Theatre, 26th to the 28th. What time?
10:15 at night, and that's a crazy, crazy good time for us.
You didn't say that at the beginning. Interesting. Why
You'll be there. You'll come.
Of course I will. Of course I will. Is it like a Thursday to a Saturday?
It's a Thursday to a Saturday.
Fine. 10:15's no time at all. Sure, you'll be back home in half an hour.
It's fucking amazing. I saw her at Edinburgh. I went with loads of comedians and we were all just losing our fucking shit.
That's the thing you should know about the Crizards. They are very much like a comedian's comic act.
I love how you're saying that so carefully. Yeah, the comedians fucking love them, which says a lot of good stuff.
That's what I'm trying to say, is that like it's such an endorsement when there's an act that loads of acts go to see.
Yeah, because no one sees me and Catherine.
That's what I mean. And whereas like, why would they? It's like screaming. They could just have that on the street.
I like you guys.
Yeah, but you wouldn't see us.
It's my baby boy.
No,
You
but
come
you
here.
wouldn't
You
go
come
see
here.
the show because you could just hear us do the show at each other in a coffee shop at any given time, right? You don't need to see the show. It's the same. It's just like there's less crying, I guess. But I do think ultimately comedians go to see you guys because you're brilliant at what you do. So I'm excited to see the show, and I think everybody else should go see you.
Thank
To
you.
the Crizards!
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming
Thank
on.
you.
So here are our top tier hog slots. It's our executive producers. Thank you so much to Guy Goodman, Simon Moores, Mary Fox, Annie Tonner, Sarah Jarque-Deakin, and Oliver Jago. What's up? Let's roll on some shit. Now let's get down to our producers, our piggies running around the sty, farting on each other. Thank you so much, and a big hoggy to Richard Bicknell, Elle, Richard Bold, Neil Redmond, Victoria Hutchison, Emma Walton. I can tell you're upset by this, Catherine. Keep going with the energy. Karen and David Bull, Harald van Dijk, Tim and Dom, David Walker, Rachel R, Anthony Conway, Sadie Cashmore, Claire, Owen-Jones, Jess and Nick, Zoe, Sarah and Molly, Raia Fink, Raia, I think I crushed that, Cordelia, Rachel Page, Helen A, Tina Linsey, Graham Marsh, Emma G, Amy O'Riordan, Abby Voff, and our new little piglet, it's Key Webb. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, all of you. And again,
now I get a smint.
truly sorry about that.